Hey everybody, and welcome back to Code Interpret. So let's look at question number 3. It's related to job. Team Neptune needs a job template located at this directory. This job should run an image busybox and execute this sleep2 command. It should be in the namespace Neptune. Run a total of 3 times and should execute 2 runs in parallel. Okay, so start the job and check its history. Each pod created by the job should have the label ID awesome job. The job should be named this and the container should be named this. Okay. All right, so to solve this question, we're gonna go to Kubernetes docs. All right, just type jobs over here and it's the first link. You click on jobs and then just copy a template that has completions and parallelism. I'm gonna tell you what that is here. Okay, so let's take this and let's create a file called job.yaml and then press Ctrl Shift V to paste the YAML contents. Now let's modify everything. The name should be picked up from here. The name of the job should be this. And the name of the container should have a dash container right in front of it. So we'll press Ctrl Shift V. Okay. Completions are 3, parallelism is 2. So how do we define completions? See, the thing is that if we don't use completions and parallelism, then the job is going to create a pod and it's going to run this task, whatever is in the command section. All right, it's going to run the task and then it would be counted as a successful completion. Okay, and it's just going to run it once and that's it. It's if you if you type kubectl get jobs or get pods, it's just going to show the number of completions. Okay, and we're going to see that. I'm going to show you once we've completed this YAML. So but if you want to run it like more than once, because the default settings are just set to 1, you can use completions and define the number of times you wanted to complete. And parallelism basically helps you to speed up the process. Like if you have if you want it to run and complete 100 times, then instead of waiting and waiting for it to complete one task after the other, you could just define it by using this key parallelism, and you can define write 10 or 15, 20, whatever the number you want. So what it does is that it creates it creates and runs pods in using this entire configuration. Okay, and it runs in parallel, so it runs simultaneously. So if you write 2 over here, it's going to run 2 pods at the same time. It's going to try and complete the task, and if it does, then it's going to be counted as 2 completed tasks, and then finally then it's just going to run just one more before it completes its job. Okay, we're going to change the name of the container to this, and then we need to copy the name of the image, and Then we need the command. Sorry. So make it a habit to copy and paste it, okay? Just to make sure that you don't make a mistake. All right. Control V, Control Shift V, and then we're gonna get rid of this. We don't need the arguments, and that's okay. Um, Press Escape and Shift V to select, and then press D. Okay, that will just delete everything else. Uh, so this is it. Okay, yeah. One more thing. We have to label pod metadata and labels. ID awesome job, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Just to make sure there's no spelling mistake. Okay. And this is it. Okay, now press escape, :WQ. Now kubectl create -f job.yml. Now let's check get pods and jobs. Okay, so there is an error. Let's try and investigate why there is an error. Just copy the name of any one of the pods, paste it. Okay, so it says failed to create the container task, failed to. Oh, okay, wait, I need to check if my cluster is working fine. Oh, okay. Let's check. Is this okay? C2 and echo, this is perfectly fine. Command is okay. And okay, let's try and change the name of the image. Replace force and the file name. And if you want to save time, use the grace period flag. Okay, clear kubectl get pods jobs. And why is there an error? This is okay. There's nothing wrong with this. Okay, so it's giving us an error, but it has not completed any task yet. So let's look at this. It says this and then echo done. Here logs. You can check the logs of the job as well. New and using found 4 pods. Okay, let's check the logs of this. Describe pod. Error, failed to create the container D task, failed to create shim task. Start the container process during container in exec. to execute a file not found. Okay, wait. I now know what's happening over here. We need... Okay, so this should work. Get pods and jobs. Okay, so it worked, and it has 3 completed tasks. Now let me tell you what I did over here. Okay, so why wasn't this working? See, the thing is that if you want to run a command, right, without the shell, then you need to define the name of the process or the command or the program, because these commands are like programs. Okay, so sleep itself is a program, and when you write sleep 2, it basically executes sleep as a process and takes 2 as an argument. Okay, but it cannot run it cannot recognize this and echo done. All right, so in order to run this entire command in a shell, you need to define and explain to Kubernetes to create a shell, use a shell, and -c is used for it to identify that the following text or the string is supposed to be run inside that shell. Okay, so so that's how we got rid of the error. Okay, so we need a shell script. This string needs to be run on a shell or a terminal, like the one that we're using now. Okay, so now we're just gonna press escape, and we can log and check the output of any one of the pods, and it says it done. Okay, so that's about it. If you guys have any questions, do comment on the video below, and thank you.